All right, today we're going to launch a new Google search campaign for a client, a paid search campaign. So this is where you pay Google to put your client's search results at the top when people are searching for their services. This is also called search engine marketing, as opposed to SEO or search engine optimization. This is SEM, search engine marketing. It's where we actually pay the search engines to put us at the top. And also called pay-per-click, because you typically pay per click when people click on the links. So the client is TN Solutions, TN propertysolutions.net, not .com. We have built this client a new website, and we're getting ready to launch a new website, but that doesn't mean we can't go ahead and start his advertisements, because his old website is fine too, even though the new website's a lot better. So the first thing we do is go to google.com/ads, and we sign in. We have an account manager here. This is our account right here. These are some other old accounts that we've used or had partners with, or used through partnerships. This is actually called an MCC account, which is, I think, like a master client control account. It allows us to control a bunch of different accounts for clients. So you can see here we have a bunch of different client accounts. So today we're actually going to set up a new account. So I'm under the account level right here on the left, and I'm going to hit this button and create a new account. Now you could also hit that button and link to maybe a client's account that they already have in place. All right, for the name, we're going to enter the client's name. So it's TN Property Solutions, and it's going to be a Google Ads account. We're not going to use the Smart campaign. I have not seen those really work well. We're looking for a basic search result, and somebody searches for HVAC or plumbing help in our client's area. We want to put one of our client's ads in front of that person. It's going to be in the United States. The time zone is going to be Chicago, which is Central, which is us. And then currency is US dollar. And then I could actually invite the client to the account if I wanted to. So a couple of reasons you'd invite the client to the account, or one reason is the client, obviously if the client is paying for the account with his credit card or knows the budget, you maybe would want to include the client on the account. You definitely don't want to include the client on the account as somebody that's going to come in there and maybe make edits, or if you are not disclosing how much money is actually going to Google search ads, which I don't necessarily recommend, but some people sell it a separate way. They say, yeah, we'll do a $500 fee and we'll run your ads for you, and not really disclose how much they're giving. So there's a few instances where you wouldn't want to share it, and maybe some where you would want to share it. I typically don't give client access to Google Ads because we already have dashboards in place where the client can look at the data, and if I want to pass through the cost data or the spend data, I can. The billing information is going to be, US dollar, and then you're going to put your payment method on there, which is our payment method, and hit submit. And now you're paying for the ads, right? Now, one thing that happens is when you set up a new account, sometimes it doesn't show up in your list. This time it actually did show up, so I'm going to click on the name, and now it's going to be typically blank. So I'm going to go ahead and click New Campaign. All right, so again, campaign level, just like any other advertising system or network, is the campaign level controls the ultimate goal of the campaign. Do you want sales? So maybe you're driving people to your store. Do you want leads? Do you want website traffic? Do you want product brand consideration, just awareness? Brand consideration, brand awareness, broad awareness, just literally getting your brand in front of as many people as possible. Do you want to promote an app? Do you want to send people to a local store or restaurant? Or create a campaign without any kind of goals or guidance? So we want leads for this campaign. And we want to do search only. So we're not going to do display, we're not going to do shopping, we're not going to do video, we're not going to do the Smart campaign or Discovery, which is going to run ads on YouTube, Gmail, Discover, and more. So we have a small budget. We're just going to run search ads, and we want people to make phone calls, and we also want them to visit our website. And we do want lead forward submissions. All right, let me just check the website. We'll get the number. Actually, we had noted to use a call tracking number here, so I'm going to go to CallRail and set up a call tracking number. This is where we run all of our call tracking through CallRail. Account settings, I'm going to go to companies. I'm going to create a company. TN Property Solutions, they're in Central Time Zone. Their main number is that. Add users, I'm going to create the company. So now I have a company, and I'm going to create a tracking number, create a number. I'll use it online, somewhere else, and add extension. So you can use a call-only campaign, or you can use a campaign that's targeting multiple devices. Let's do that. This will be Google, or we'll just call it the advertising number, and forward calls to there. That's fine. So we can use a number look. So he's in Clarksville, Tennessee. Let me just make sure that is the zip code for Clarksville. So it says area code is 931. Yep, so that's good. So that's a nice clean number there. So let me write down the number, and I'll save it in our project management software. Because sometimes it's hard to find that number once you create it. And number features, we're not going to put the whisper on. We're not going to do call recording. We're just going to let it ring straight through. All right, it's ready to track calls. So our number has been activated. So now we're going to use that number in our Google ad. Put a weird space in there. Let me go ahead and format it the way that Google's asking. Oops. And then we need to put our website in there. Put that right here. And I can show you the new website, because let's take a look at that, because we want to pull some language from that website for the ads. So this is our Duda website builder. Again, I highly recommend taking our Duda course, which is included. We have a nice partial course in this course, which will give you everything you need to get up and running, and then we have obviously the more advanced course if you tend to want to build the sites yourself or really enjoy working on the websites. So I'm going to preview the site. Let me close that out. The site's basically done. We're just waiting on some small changes to get it launched. So the key with the site here is to get people to fill the form out. And I just noticed one small change on that that I don't necessarily like. So let me get out of the preview here. Whoops. Let's get back into our website. Grab a drink of water while that's loading. Okay. Now instead of previewing it, I'm going to click Edit. I'm going to go to that contact page or schedule page. I might edit this button. All right, that looks good. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and publish this site because there is a discount running, and I'm going to make sure I get it. And we'll post it under that URL. again, we're pretty soon going to replace the live site with this new site, and I'm just doing this because I went ahead and go take advantage of a due to promotion that's running that's going to end today. All right, so here's the setup to get the new site published, but that's fine, and it's going to give me an error until we actually redirect the service here. Okay, so here is their contact form. All right, I think everything looks good. Everything's set up here. And we do want to track our leads, so we'll need to create a conversion action. So let me walk you through how to do that. And we're going to put this global site tag on our website. So I'm going to go back to our website and hit settings and hit header HTML. And I'm going to, I don't want to put any code in between these style tags, right? So I'm just going to start a new line here, give it a little space, and there I put my code in. I'm going to hit save. And now what I want to do is I want to create a thank you page. We'll say thank you. I will get that cleaned up later, but for now we have our page created. That's going to be the thank you page, and I want to grab this snippet, and I'm just going to place it only on this page, right? So pages, thank you, let's do SEO. So there's saying put it on the header of that page, copy and place between the head tags of the pages you track. So there we go. All right, so if anybody lands on the thank you page, they will, or if anybody fills out the forms, or excuse me, if anybody lands on this page, it will report back to Google that we've had a conversion. Now I need to make sure my forms go to this page. So if I click on my form here, and I go to submission, and I go to submission actions, now I'm going to redirect to a page, and I'm going to send it to the thank you page. Right here. All right, that's good. I can exit that form out. And then if somebody goes to this page, which is a request service page, go to submission and redirect them to the thank you page as well. All right, done. So now I can republish that. All right, the website is updated, and one thing I also need to check on these forms is that they're actually going to go to the client. So let me go ahead and grab the client's email. And I will drop that in the form. I'll do that over here because I don't want to share somebody's email address with everybody. All right, yep, that looks good. Then I'll go to the general contact page, which I don't necessarily like having two different contact pages. So that's something we may address. But for now, I just want to get everything up and going. All right, so I've added the client's email address to the forms. And I'm going to let that publish. And then I want to check the home page and just okay, great. All right, so what have we done? We've actually created a new thank you page on our website. We've embedded the Google conversion code in the website, and we've embedded the conversion tag, right, or the event snippet, right, on the thank you page. So now if somebody clicks on an ad, visits the website, and actually clicks the form and fills it out, they'll go to the thank you page, which will report back to Google that that ad led somebody to convert. And then we'll also be able to track all of our calls through CallRail if anybody actually calls from the ad. So now we know pretty much if anybody visits the website, fills out the form, or calls from the ad. Now, what we don't know is if somebody visits the website from an ad and calls, which we could actually use what's called a dynamic tracking number that swaps the number out. It's just a little bit out of this client's price range. It's about $80 a month to set up the dynamic pool of numbers to, and what CallRail does is actually swap the number out based on where the visitor came from. So if the visitor came from Google Ads, it would show one number. If the visitor came from Facebook, it would show another, and it can tie back the calls directly to where the visitors came from. All right, so let's hit continue. Now that we've got that installed. So first campaign is just going to be our search leads campaign, and I'm not going to do the display network, and I'm not going to include Google Search Partners. This is just the way that I was trained. It seems to work well. I feel that most people go to Google search. I don't want to waste any ad spend showing the text on the display network or the partner websites. All right, so we are going to target a location. So what we're going to do is do a radius around his address. So let me just grab his. He's in Cunningham, Tennessee. Let's take a look at this map. Okay, so this is the client's location, and what I'm going to do is zoom out. So yeah, as I said, the client told me they would not go as far as Franklin, which is where I'm at, but they didn't necessarily tell me their exact radius. So I'm going to say, because here's their service area, so I'm going to say probably a 20-mile radius or 50-mile radius around Clarksville. You got to be careful here because you don't want to give too big of a radius, right? Because you're diluting the closer you can get to your perfect target market, the better. But you want to have enough traffic. So if I only targeted the very small area of Clarksville, I may not have enough search traffic. But if I expand it, I can get a lot more search traffic. But let's take a look at that because he has a lot of potential business. There's an Army base right here. Clarksville actually looks like a very big town. So I think he would probably be okay with just doing Clarksville and maybe a radius around that to get the base and obviously his area as well where he lives at. So we can do what I like to do is an advanced search, and I'm going to target a radius, right, versus a location. So location we could just target in Clarksville, but here we can actually target in a radius around Clarksville, Tennessee, and we'll hit, and it's going to default to 20 miles. So let's hit that and see what that looks like. Okay, I think that's good. 20-mile radius, because that's going to pretty much encompass all these major areas. In fact, I may pull that to 15. No, I'm going to leave it at 20 and see how it does. All right, let's save that. So we've got his target location. His target language is English. So I'm not going to target specific. Well, you know what? I want to see if I can just target homeowners. So I do. I have a detailed demographic of homeowners. So now I'm only targeting people that actually own their own home. Because renters, you would think, aren't going to call for his services, which are HVAC, heating and air, plumbing, etc. Maybe they would call for plumbing. But again, most people are going to be homeowners. That is going to be his priority target, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to narrow the reach, right? So I'm only going to target homeowners versus not narrowing the reach. All right, the budget per day. Okay, so he can spend $6 a day. So that's actually really low because one click could actually cost him that, but we'll take a look. So we want to focus on conversions, meaning that if somebody calls or clicks through the website, that's why it's focusing the ads on those people. All right, so now we can, what we want to do is actually build out our links so we can talk about different products or different services. But because the website's not published yet, I don't want to add those extensions. So I'm going to make a note to add those extensions tomorrow. Here we go. So let me add a task to update location extensions. not location extensions, say extensions. And I'll have this due by, hopefully we can get the website launched by Friday. There we go. All right, I've made a note to do that. And then I've already got my call extension. Call out extension is we can just kind of add some basic information, like call out text, right? So what we want to do is I want to look at his new website because that's where we've got the most up-to-date information about his business. And some of you may just remember this from talking with a client. You may have it in your client notes. You may have to research it on their website. However it works, to get the right information about the client. So serving Clarksville and surrounding areas, and then so I'm just looking for anything that I want to call out there. So I could say we service and repair all brands. I'm going to say we repair all brands. Any of these bullets would work, right? I can say HVAC installation. I can say HVAC replacement.
You ready?
Let's see here. Trained technicians. I like that. Trained technicians. Extended service agreements. Oh, you know what? Let's do I'm going to leave this out because I mean that's kind of a no-brainer that they're going to do that service. So we repair all brands, financing available. Extended service agreements. Extended warranties. Emergency service. Trained technicians. Yep, okay. I'm happy with that. Now I'm just going to go, because somebody's actually editing this site, I'm going to get out of here and just preview it so that I don't look like I'm editing it and confusing my website developer. All right, and we can save these. So we've added call-out extensions, which are just kind of bullets that go underneath the ads. Emergency service, trained technicians, extended warranties, finance available, we repair all brands. Site links are actual links to the website, so we'll do that once we get the website launched. Call extension is there. Lead form extension captures people's interest with customized headlines, descriptions, and fields. So let's go ahead and create a lead form. Accept. Say contact us. Send us your information. We'll quote. Say that. No. Let's try that. Send us your information. And then we provide. All right, that's going to be a short form, so I only got 30 characters. The description is probably the better one. So now I need to come up with my ad set, and he's actually got we've got some good ad copy in here. Let the notebook load. So that was the ad text he wanted to use, so I got this directly off the call with the client. Now here, Clarksville HVAC HVAC experts. TN Property Solutions. All right, so it says TN Property Solutions, your Clarksville HVAC experts will come out for free. We'll come out for free, give you a free second opinion, and do the work in installation for 20 to 30% less than quotes from some of the larger companies with the same quality or better. Enter contact. See if we can shorten this so we can say enter contact below. We'll visit. I think come out is actually a common word. We'll come out for free, give you a free second opinion, and do the work and installation for 20 to 30% less than quotes from some of the larger companies. I'll say then 20% less than the larger companies with the same quality or better. Submit your contact info below. Perfect. Let's check it again. TN Property Solutions, your Clarksville HVAC experts will come out for free, give you a free second opinion, do the work installation for 20 to 30% less than the larger companies with the same quality or better. Submit your contact info below. All right, that looks good. And then, we can get some more information here. So we want full name, email, phone number. And then I think that's enough. City. Do we need email? Let me think through that. I don't even think we need the email address. Although email would be good to have just so we can use that later if needed. But I think in terms of getting the lead, I might just give somebody, see what that looks like. Full name, phone number. Yeah, I think we just need a phone number. Okay. Any more questions? No. Privacy policy. So we're going to need that. Let's get that off his old site. Let's make sure we have that on the new site. So I'll need to add a privacy policy on the new site. Hopefully there's one here. No. All right, so when in doubt, I use the regular URL. And then I will have my developer add a privacy policy to the regular site. Let me pause the video while I send him an email about that so I don't forget. Okay. Background image. Let's see what that looks like. So we've got some images here. And again, Google's going to change things, so it's nice just to experiment, try the new things out, see if they work. Oops, I'm in the wrong client. I was thinking about something else. Let's see what that looks like. Yep, that's not bad. I guess we could put their logo in there. That might actually be better. Let's grab that and say logo. Let's change that image out. Yeah, that looks really good. Just make sure that's centered. Love it. Okay. And then create a form submission message. So they've sent it. Sent. Thanks for reaching out. Someone will call you soon to confirm to schedule your appointment. Schedule your appointment. And then we could say visit site, and we could actually send them to the website. Right, because they haven't been to our website yet. Okay. That looks good. And then lead delivery option. Webhook key. So let's see, you can only download leads that have been collected within the last 30 days. Send lead form data directly to your CDM or CRM software in real time. Otherwise, you can download data within the last 30 days. So this is a little bit tricky. So we're going to want to email the lead to the client. So let's see if we can zap that. So we'll go to a software called Zapier. And we'll log in. All right, let's make a zap. So our trigger is going to be, let's see, a Google lead. Yep, Google lead form extensions. There it is. All right, so lead form extension. New lead. Continue. There's our hook. Webhook for form extension. So we'll copy that. Paste that there. All right, hit continue. I'm going to create a password here. Let's do TN Property Solutions Zap key. All right, now copy and paste that up here, so I'll have it. And then hit save. Send test data to check your webhook setup. All right. Go back to Zapier and let's test our trigger. Okay. Now let's go back to Google. Check your data management system to see if you received the data. Oh, sorry, I had to test it from here and then go back and check Zapier. So we're getting this. We're figuring this out today. We're doing it together. All right, there we go. Request was sent. Looks like we got it. All right, continue. Now I can do anything I want with this data. But mainly I want to email it. And hit continue. And I want to put my client's email address in there. Subject is going to be new lead from Google Ads. Now here you actually want to kind of customize this. So you've just received a new lead from your Google Ads campaign. Please contact them immediately to schedule an appointment. And then I'm going to put name. So first, I'm going to put name, right? And then I'm going to put first name, space, last name. And I'm going to do phone number. You know, I think I just did full name when I did the ad. So this will be full name. This will be phone. Oh, let's format it the same way. Okay. Yeah, see how it has data in there? That's showing that I used it. So first name, last name has fake data. That has fake data. That's the Google key, so we don't need that. So this is basically saying some of the other information it could have passed if we would have collected it, but we didn't. And we'll say, thank you, Digital Treehouse, digital marketing team. And then And that's it. This can actually come, I usually put some Digital Treehouse leads, or let's say Digital Treehouse. The subject will have a new lead. Don't ever put reply to, because it'll reply back to the client's email, or it'll send, sometimes it sends a copy to them, so I just never do that. All right, hit continue. I'm not going to test it. I'm going to skip test because I don't want the client to get an email, and I'm going to turn the Zap on. All right, so that Zap is running. You got to make sure to name your Zap. So you go up here to the top and you put TN Property Solutions Google Leads. All right, great. And that's done. So our lead is set up. So now if anybody fills out that form from the ad, our client will get it. This looks good. I'm going to hit save. All right. We've got lead form extension. All done. And then we're going to save and continue. Next steps, it's going to ask us HVAC. So it's asking us, we're going to set an ad group name. And the ad group name is basically the subject of the ads. So we're doing heating and air, heating and cooling repair. So these are great. Heating and cooling services. That's like people search heating and cooling. That's a competitor. That's fine. I would do air conditioner repair, AC repair. That might be. I want these to show up for car. Maybe that's why it doesn't use that. Maybe it doesn't say, or that doesn't use HVAC repairman. Home air conditioner repair. Home heating repair. Now, of course, you can go to a service like SpyFu, which is one that we use a lot, and actually see heating and air repair, what people search. Right, heating and air conditioning repair near me. That's a really good one. Oh, let me log in and we'll see all the results. And you can do a lot of research here. So what I like to do is just grab all the keywords, export them, export as a CSV. So you can use Google suggestions that I was doing, or you can actually log in to SpyFu or SEMrush, and you can kind of grab their data. And this is going to show you the actual cost per click data, so I like to format this as a table, and then I can get I can look at the actual percentages of search. These are all percentages, and I can look at my cost per click. So you can see right away that our budget isn't going to get us very far in terms of the cost. And I see that by right here, cost per click is in the, the $14, $15, $20 range. But maybe not as competitive in Clarksville. So this is a broad average, across the United States. But I don't see anything underneath, our $6. But again, we can try. And what we'll do is we'll grab all these look good. These are localized ones. We need to take out the word automotive. So we'll make a note to do that. So car and automotive. Local. I'm going to take out commercial too, because that would be a separate ad campaign. These are localized. All right, I think these are going to pretty much be our go-to targets. I can go back to the search campaign and then drop those right in there. All right, and there may be some duplicates in there, but Google will automatically deal with that. All right, let's create a second ad group for plumbing. This would be the same URL, unless we have like a specific page on plumbing. And Google is going to spit some keywords out for us here. We'll do here, plumber. It's pretty basic. I'm just going through and selecting ones that would make sense. Great, let's grab export selected. So in that time I just filtered it out before as opposed to doing the whole list. Again, however you work best. I like to always format this as a table. And then I can look at my cost per clicks here as well. And I can see, again, you know, very high, but again, this is national averages. So you talk about places like major cities. Let's grab these. And also what I'll do is save these in their folder as their keywords so I can have access to that later. Looks like I just duplicated all the keywords, so let me put the plumber keywords in there. Oh, that's weird. I missed some. Okay. So let's make sure we're clear, and then I'll put my plumber keywords in there, and I'm good. All right, created my two ad groups. I'm going to hit save and continue. And now we're going to create our advertising. So it's already given me some ideas. Let's make sure we got the right URL in there. It actually should be HTTPS. Let's make it HTTP just because the new one we're creating will redirect to that. So headlines. It's going to give us some ideas. I think it's already done that, but what I'm going to do is use my other window, and I'm actually going to bring up his website. And that's where it's pulling it. That's fun. That's funny. So I'll do warranty on all HVAC services, heating and air repair, or what does he say? Installation and services. Inspections. We'll do free estimates. Financing available. All right, we offer a service regarding heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. He doesn't do electrical anymore. Plumbing. That's not right. That's not right either. But I have this copy here that we've already written. So again, you have headlines, right? You have, this is your headline, and then this is your description. Let's shorten that down. Comment free, give you a second opinion and do the work. Installation of 20 servers less than larger companies. This. All right, that's not going to work. Let's say free visit, free second opinions, prices for 20% less than larger companies. Let's get that out of there. All right, and then you put the name there, TN Property Solutions. Okay, so we've got heating, cooling, and more. In retrospect, I need to get these ads launched today, but I would have typically waited for the new website. 1, to get the URL extensions, 2, to get the HTTPS in there as well. But we can always update this later. The way that you update the URL, don't just create a new or go into a campaign and start updating the URL, because typically, for some reason, Google will say, "Oh, you've got a different URL," and it'll like disable all your account or all of that campaign, because it's like it wants the URLs to match. So typically, the best thing to do is just copy it. Well, let me just check this: heating, cooling, and plumbing. Well, actually, this is not the plumber ad, so let's say heating, cooling, that's fine, and more. Heating and cooling services, like that better. Heating and cooling services. I could fit Clarksville in there, but I'm not. Warranty on all HVAC services, heating and air installation, heating and air inspections, free estimates, financing available, TN Property Solutions. We offer a wide range of services in regards to heating, and cooling, and plumbing. So I don't like the caps on all that. In fact, Google may ping you for that. Like Google will ping you and disable an ad for excessive exclamation points and excessive capitalization. And that's fine. Heating and air inspections, heating and air inspections, financing available, heating and air installation. And then we want to put call us today. How about call us now? How about contact us? Well, I'm not sure what word that's going to put that in there, so I'll just leave that like that. Okay. Free visit, free second opinions, and prices for 20% less than larger companies. All right, I'm gonna hit done. So I've got one ad created there, and then my second ad set. Oh, you know what I did? I put the plumber ad there. So why don't I edit that and actually move all that down. pause this while I do. Okay, I've pretty much moved it all down. I went ahead and added heating and air repair service because I noticed I had installation and inspections up here. I'm just going to move my descriptions. Okay, that's good. I'll update the URL. No, actually, likes that. Took the HTTPS out. Take that out. I'm not sure that's going to make a difference, but to keep it as clean as possible. Okay, so now our HVAC one is done, and then this one, I just didn't name it, but it should be plumbing. So I'm just going to change this to your local plumber expert, warranty on all services, new let me fix your plumbing issue, or I can fix your plumbing issue. Plumbing inspection and repair. Free estimates, financing available, and then we leave that the same. To inspect, fix, or install your plumbing. We offer a wide range of services in regards to offer a wide range of plumbing services, including services look at that. We offer a wide range of plumbing services, and we can actually do this. We will inspect, fix, or install your plumbing. Free visit, free second opinions, price for installation. That's fine. How about I will fix your plumbing issue? I like that better. All right, that's done. All right, so we've got that one's done. Ooh, I thought I deleted that. All right, looks good. Heating, air conditioner, yeah. Looks good. All right, we've picked out some keywords. We've created some ads. We are ready to save and continue. And everything's been checked. Our budget's $6 a day. We're looking to maximize conversions. We've got a conversion code in there. We just need to get that website launched, and we can hit publish. So now our ads are running, and Google's going to keep an eye on this and tell us kind of when we come back and we can actually optimize the account. It's going to give us an optimization score here and show us ways we can optimize it. Some things we can do, right? We can add more extensions. So if we go to ads and extensions, we can create new ads with new taglines. We can look at something like SpyFu, and we can see advertiser history, right? And we can see the actual best ads using the software SpyFu. For plumbers, let's see what Ruderman uses. 24/7 Ruderman Plumbing, immediate service available. So we want to go through and potentially grab some of this language to use. So we have everything we need right here in terms of creating copy. We can pull it off our client's website. We can pull it off competitor advertising and see what's working for them. We can go in and add extensions, right? It's going to give us a lot of extensions. So we have call out extensions. We have click here to call. Or we have these call out extensions. We have click here to call. And we have a lead form. There's a lot of different types of extensions we can add. If we click, add an extension, we have all these different types, including a location extension if you have access to the Google My Business account. Okay, we can adjust the keywords. So we can come in here and see which keywords are working or not. So one thing we're definitely going to do is add negative keywords, like we talked about earlier, and we're going to add them to the campaign overall, and we're going to add automotive, and we're going to add car and truck. And that should work. And automobile. And actually we want to add TN property solutions, because we don't want his ad showing up when people search for him, because we don't want him paying for a lead that he would already get. All right, so we're going to save these negative keywords. And then once the ads are running, we can actually click search terms here, and we'll see what searches people are using to get to our clients, and we'll see which ones of those are converting. We have our audiences here that we set up, which is homeowners. That's the only thing we've kind of filtered our audience by. You can see it, homeowners right here. We could actually filter by demographics, age, gender, household income, etc. And we've got our locations filtered, 20 miles around Clarksville, Tennessee, and we're running our ads 24 hours a day, right? So you can't actually filter when you want to run your ads. So say you only want to run them during lunchtime or something like that, or only during working hours. All right, so these are good to go. One thing I do want to do is change that name. So if I go to my campaign level, right, or if I click all campaigns here, and then I just click here to look at campaigns. All right, now if I click on the campaign, then I'm going to see my ad groups, and I can actually edit that, right? So that's going to, let's make that plumbing. All right, so that's great. So over the next 2 weeks, we want to come back in and kind of get this churning and burning as well as possible based on the results. And that could be pausing keywords, adding keywords, changing ads, looking at what competitors are doing, looking at what results are, and anything else you think that Google tells you to do here in the optimization score. All right, good luck setting your clients' Google search ads up. Hopefully this video has taught you what you need to know. If not, you can always reach out to me or Google it and find the answer you're looking for.